Good morning. Here we are back at the beautiful land of Id in Pasco County, Florida. I'm Dia. Xanthia can't be with us today, but look, right over my right shoulder, she's there with us in spirit. This is the science of Kundalini Yoga's 10 bodies in 10 minutes. The 10 bodies in Kundalini theory are the soul, 3 of them are minds, positive, negative, neutral mind, and the rest are energy bodies. The arc line, the aura, the pranic body, which is your breath, radiant body, and the subtle body. Today we're going to focus on the soul. So I just want to remind you or apprise you of the fact that Kundalini is not a religion. All religions participate, atheists, but we all just know we want to learn, grow, and heal along spiritual lines and physical lines, all of our 10 bodies, okay? So each practice usually, and it's an experiential thing, so I don't like to tell you a lot how you should feel and stuff like that, because it really is about that internal spirit, internal experience. It's going deep within and connecting your mind with your body, and that way true wisdom can bubble up to the top. So each practice, which usually lasts 60 to 90 minutes, contains a tune-up, tune-in, that settles the mind and summons the inner teacher within. And some of the language we use, all of the language we use, is derived from Gurmukhi, which is a derivative of Sanskrit, one of the major religions of the world. But again, this is not a religion, and all Sikh people do not practice Kundalini Yoga. But the language is Gurmukhi. We tune in with the words Om Namo Gurudev Ve Namo. That is, I bow to the infinite teacher, that infinite wisdom within. So the guru is your teacher. So in Kundalini Yoga, we are our own teachers. We are our best teachers. We move on then after the tune-in to do a little warm-up, to warm the body, gently open the joints. Then we do a little sharing of Kundalini wisdom, perhaps, to set the tone for the day. We go on to a series of exercises that are specifically designed to work on one of the 10 bodies more in depth, but in fact, all Kundalini practices encompass working on all 10 bodies. Then we move on to maybe some meditation, maybe some chanting, and then it closes with a savasana, a nice long nap where you just relax and be still and let the energies integrate through your body and let your pressures and rates restore to their norm. So we're going to have a little mini course now. We're going to tune in. Okay, you can join me or just watch. You get just as much benefit from the practice as watching someone practicing Kundalini as doing it yourself. So try to watch without judgment, if you will. Here we go. Begin by rubbing your hands, creating some heat, closing the eyes, pressing the hands in a prayer pose into your chest. Take a deep breath. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Then we take another deep breath and relax. Then we move on to the warm-up. In our first episode, we did some simple shoulder shrugs. You know, kind of like letting the shit drop off your shoulder. But in fact, it does break up some blocks along your energy pathways and your physical body, and the neck and the shoulder where we hold so much tension. Today for the warm-up, I thought we'd do some eye movements. Kundalini Yoga employs many hand positions, eye movements, postures, chanting, you know, moving around vibrational pathways, energy pathways. So let's do some eye movements. The idea behind this is that when you move your eye a certain way, it gives the optic nerve a little tug, which runs by your pituitary and pineal gland right in your brain. Those are glands that secrete hormones for a multitude of things, but among other things, they bring around the sense of calm and well-being. So we like to tap into that. These are all little hacks, little tools of Kundalini Yoga. So you begin by taking in 2 little sips of air as you look left and right. Take your eyes to the upper left, take in a sip. Switch to the right, and then 2 little breaths out as you go down. And look at the lower corners. clockwise first, then counterclockwise. Upper right. And then we might do a little Sufi grind, yoga Sufi grind. That's where you roll your heart around, keep your head still. Inhale all the way around the front, exhale all the way around the back. Open your heart, and then open the spinal. Open the heart, and then open up the spine in the back. Inhale the whole way around the front, exhale the whole way around the back. And then, of course, reverse. This reminds me, my eyes caught a glimpse of the shirt I've chosen to wear today. And sometimes I need a reminder that I was created perfect in the image of God, if you will, or the Creator, or whatever terms you want to call it, infinite wisdom, spirit, angel. And that is a true fact. And your soul, that beautiful soul of yours that you were born with, that is just pure love, creativity, the sense of community, it's always with you from your first breath to your last breath. And sometimes I need a reminder because as I go through life, maybe starting very early in life, there's some people that tell us that we're not perfect and what's wrong with us. And then we go along to make some mistakes, which are a very needed part of our life, to make mistakes that we can learn from. But all that kind of skews our view of ourselves. But I try to remember that I have everything inside of me to have a happy, perfect life that I desire. And so, yeah, I was going to go a little bit more into God, but I guess we already discussed that. Enough said. It's whatever it means to you. There's no rules here. So, the 10 bodies, as we discussed in the first episode, the soul body is one of the energy bodies, but then there's 3 mind bodies, the positive, negative, and neutral minds, and then there's the physical body, and then the other 6 are also energy bodies, the arc line, the aura, the pranic body, the subtle body, how we learn, and the radiant body. Today we're going to concentrate on the soul body. Let me do a little quote here for you. If your first body is weak, you may come from your head instead of your heart. You may feel stuck and not able to access your purpose in life. And you also block the creative flow of life if the soul body is out of balance. So this whole Kundalini practice that we would normally do from 60 to 90 minutes would be kind of geared towards that. The key to balancing this this body when it's out of balance is to open your heart. That's why we started with some heart opening stuff, and the rest of the exercise would go along those lines. Period for meditation to quiet the body and let the infinite wisdom speak to us in the quietness. That's the truth. And then we chant, we dance at times. We do a little ecstatic dance and chanting is not singing or talking, it's moving, it's vibrations. And in Kundalini, we use those vibrations and our breath and our movement to move the Kundalini energy up and down the spine. So we have a little nap after that, and then we close the practice, which I'm going to do right now. You ready to close, Xanthia? Okay. So same thing here. We're going to chant Sat Nam to seal the practice and seal in all this wonderful energy we've created to guide us through our day. And so we say Sat Nam, S-A-T-N-A-M, Sat, truth, Nam, my name, truth is my identity, and that's the truth. So we take a deep breath. Sat Nam. And then we usually end the practice with a quote. Today I've chosen a quote by a wise sage about the soul, and that is, if there is something more in Kundalini, it's much more than the exercises you do. It's the flow of energy. The fact is that without having your Kundalini awakened, your soul is not awakened. See you next time. Sat Nam.